All right, welcome to the Bedtime Stories, where I review books chapter by chapter and then give you my commentary of each chapter that I read. Now, tonight, I'll be doing the commentary for chapter 19 and 20 chapters. And choo choo and cha cha. Okay, so choo choo and cha cha cha. So, where we left off, where we left off in 18 was Kyra packing up her stuff and leaving with dineros in his car. Okay. And then meeting up with and asking Diamond if she could stay in her condo. Down, in Midtown or in downtown Nashville. And De Niro left being smacked up, punched out, and everything. Okay, he just got her, and he now have lost her. Okay, child, let me tell you something. So, this is how it goes. Okay, this is where it's going. And now 19, let me tell you, it gets. We're gonna find out what happens after she leaves. What is De Niro doing? How's he trying to figure out how to get her back? What is he gonna do? So before we get into the bedtime story and start and reviewing 19, we first have to do bedtime cocktail. And where I will be using methacol for this margarita. Now remember, this is a margarita. This is a mix with the Mexican tequila. Mexican tequila, Mexican old fashioned, and child. This was pretty good. So since this is still an agave spirit, I'm going to use this completely. No tequila at all in this mixture. So this margarita will be completely made with mezcal. Okay? And I will be using agave syrup as the sweetener as opposed to just the regular simple syrup. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 jiggers because I'm going to have some to be able to refill to do the 2 chapters I'm doing tonight. So I'm doing 1 jigger, 2 jiggers. Okay. So now we're going to get some lime juice, and we're going to do 1 jigger of lime juice. Okay. We're going to do agave syrup instead of simple syrup. We're going to do a half a jigger of simple syrup. Of agave natural child. And I'm going to do some red grenadine for color and sweetener. So that's why I only did a half a jigger of the agave syrup. So I'm going to do some grenadine. Okay. Triple sec. We're going to do about, you could have just did 1 jigger. but I did 2 half figures triple set. Okay. Just some ice. Okay. Then we're gonna add some ice. See, this mug be keeping your ice icy. Okay. Now, get your margarita glass prepared. I don't put any type of sugar or stuff around the rims for my margaritas, be it any way. I don't do that any rim because that's like, what's the purpose? I'm not putting my lips on the rim, you know, and I'm not going to be like, you know, so I don't put anything on the rim. But if I was trying to be fancy, I would. So let's shake her up. Okay. She's shaking up. Well, it's supposed to be a red margarita. This is about as red as it gets, so. And this is my favorite color, pink, so. Red margarita. All right. Time for us to get into the bedtime story where I'll be reviewing chapter 19 and 20. See you in a minute. All right, now let's get into chapter 19. Chapter 19 starts off with De Niro's commentation. At this point, he's sitting there with an ice pack over one eye and drinking him some Hennessy in the other, child. He is distraught. He is like, everything is messed up. Like, I just got my baby back. And now she's left. This trick, Ivy, is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? My eyes swollen. Oh, man. What am I going to do? How am I going to work this out? What's the hell is going on? So, yeah, his whole life is he's going through a major tower moment right here. Excuse me, I kicked the camera. Okay. And so, with him doing that, you know, he's just like sitting in his kitchen, just kind of lamenting right now. And, he receives a call from Ivy. Okay, and she's like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm going to have a sonogram in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to find out what sex the baby is. You know, did you want to come along with me? And he's like, yeah, sure, just let me know what time to be there, right? He's like, okay, all right, blah, blah, blah. She tells him, okay, cool. He said, but while we here, let me let you know right now, okay, the only reason I'm around is for this child. There ain't nothing going on between me and you. It ain't nothing going on, okay? Okay? Now, we gonna find out if that fell on deaf ears. She said, look, all I'm trying to do is co-parent, okay? All I'm trying to do is co-parent. Child, I think I call bullshit, but you know, she's playing the innocent role like, but the fact of the matter is, she knew she was pregnant before she was pregnant. She had plenty of opportunity and space to get rid of that child if she really didn't want to be pregnant with that child. I feel like she was going to ask him anyway, but let's get back to the story. So he's like, okay, fine. Okay, I'll see you when it's time for us to go to the sonogram, okay? So he hangs up the phone with her. At this point, he's thoroughly drunk, and he's trying to reach Kyra. Every time he tries to call her, Um, and she's just sending him to voicemail. And he said, I know this is not sending me straight to voicemail. I hope she thinks, I hope she don't think that I don't know where she is. I got tracking devices on all my exes. So I know I can find her if I want to. Okay. But that's the end of his commentary, but he ain't gonna do it. Because he knows it's a messed up situation. Okay, so then comes in Kyra's commentation, where she meets up with Diamond so that she can get her the keys, let her in, and kind of, she basically broke down the whole situation to Diamond. And Diamond is like, girl, you in danger, girl. Okay, no. She said, what you need to do, okay, is, I know this is a effed up situation, and in our camp, we don't do deadbeat dads. So De Niro's going to be there for that child. He said, but you don't know if that's his child. We don't know. It's funny how she's like that, but I said that in the questions last time. Okay, it's funny how she's not there for him, but she expected De Niro to be there for that child, whether it was his or not, as he was thinking it was Nitro. But at any rate, she's telling Diamond the whole situation, and Diamond basically told her, look, you got a good man on your hands, okay? And I know it's an effed up situation, but don't let them hoes win, okay? I mean, you can stay here as long as you want to, girl, but don't let them hoes win by leaving him, because they right there ready to snatch him up. You got a good man, okay? It just sounds like he got set up. So don't let them win. This is the same thing her mama was trying to tell her too. But she's all caught up in her feelings. You can tell she's young and stupid. Okay. This woman, it seems like every time you turn around, he's making these stupid mistakes and getting with these different people, and this whole thing is just that. Girl, if you don't go back and fill your number one spot before someone try to take it. Okay, so that's basically what Diamond was trying to tell her. So after, Diamond leaves and consoles her and basically tells her, stay here for a while, but you better reconcile with your man, because that man loves you. He loves the ground you walk on. And he does. De Niro really does love her. Okay? He's been making some stupid decisions. Okay? But I'm at this point, now I done read, of course, into 20. And child, I'm in agreement with Mom and Diamond. Girl, go back. I can understand like staying away, getting your mind together. But all I can think as I'm reading is me and my maturity. At 51, I might have needed a night, to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure wouldn't have stayed away. Maybe a day or two, but nothing longer than that, because I would have been right there when Diamond want to call. Well, that happened right afterward, but any type of communication between him and his baby mama, I'd have been like, okay, so when we going to see this? I don't like none of it, but I want her to know, like, I'm gonna be right here. If you're gonna deal with him, you're gonna have to deal with me. Okay? You have to deal with us. Ours. Okay? I'm gonna be your child's stepmommy. Okay? His bonus mommy. Okay? So we might as well just get along, honey. We might as well just, us three, have this blended family because that's exactly what she wanted. But let's get back into the story. So after talking to Diamond, she decides to call De Niro to, just let him know that she's okay. This tells me that she knows she still cares, but she's just real pissed off. So I get needing this time. So she basically is like, I'm somewhere safe. Don't worry about where I'm at, but I'm safe. I just wanted to call and let you know. Bam, bam, bam. So he mentions that she calls him and he mentions about, like this child, I'm going to be here for that child. I know this is a messed up situation, but I'll be there for this child. He said, you already talking about this chick and blah, blah, blah. She could tell he's drunk. But he's like, but I love you and I want to be there, but I'm not going to not be there for my child. I'm not a deadbeat. And it's like, you know what? This is the wrong time for you to be trying to come. Read the room, De Niro. I know you want her back, and he desperately, this man literally went through changes when she was kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? Like his world ended when she was gone. And that's the way he expressed it to her. He was like, girl, I need you. You are my rib. You are my queen. You are my life. Okay? I'm sorry I messed up. I'm so sorry. But please, please, please. He did the old school, please, 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 the old school begging. I love you. Okay, all I could hear is, I love you. Okay, I want to say Otis Redding. I don't know if that was him or who that was who sung that song, but he was like begging. That's what you need to hear, Otis, in the background. Because that's what it was. He was like, look, I feel you, but I need this time. I need this time. And he's like, okay. She hangs up the phone. Okay. So in comes the niece's commentary, where she comes to De Niro's house looking for him, and she apparently has the key. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Well, no, so Denise has no idea what has happened. She's trying to get in touch with Kyra and De Niro, and nobody answers the phone. And she's like, these people gonna have to learn, to answer the phone. Now, Denise, come on, girl. Come on. Get your mind off yourself. This woman just got kidnapped. And they don't have the apprehender, and we know he's still alive. How you know that man didn't come back and get her and kill your brother? But the first thing you thinking is they just trying to ignore you. Get over yourself. This mess call. Anyway, mess-call. Anyway, so she comes into the door, and it's like all the lights was off. So it's like she calls out for a brother, and it's like she calls out for a brother, and then she say, hey, what you doing here? And it's like she goes back to his office. He's sitting in the dark. She turns on the light. What are you doing sitting in the dark? And it's like, man. And he breaks down the whole thing, what happened to Denise. And Denise is like shaking her head like, what is really good? What? She's like, what? And it's like, you gonna learn. You keep messing up. She kind of goes off on him. She slaps in the back of his. She said, ooh, because he was sitting in the dark with the whammy on his eye, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, ooh, she got you good. But you know, when he told her what happened, she slapped on the back of his head. It's like ain't gonna be too many slapping. Everybody hitting on De Niro. Okay, there's not gonna be two more hitting on me. Okay. He's like, well, you need to get together. You mean you didn't wear, and how you know this is your child? You know, she kind of went off the same stuff that he's been hearing from Kyra. It's like, well, she was like, I really feel sorry for Kyra because she just coming home and she's coming home to this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel her. So he's like, well, you done? He said, I'm done. You know, he said, don't worry about what's going on in my house. Worry about that nigga you just sleeping with. And she was like, F you. You know how brothers and sisters are. So it ends chapter 19 with Kyra's conversation. She's sitting at the table and then with her mom. And she goes to pick up Danelle from her parents' house. And her mom, of course, when she called, noticed. You know, mamas be knowing. And she said, I'll tell you when I get there. So she gets there and they're having dinner. So she has dinner there. And then she broke down and told her mom the whole thing. And so her dad was like, but you know what could fix that? He's like, it said, Mom, and then she kind of like, Mom already told me the gangster move she made with your situation. I know why you're limping now. I thought you had a war, but I know. He said, yeah, all it took was one bullet. And she said, that's not the point. Again, now, Diamond tells her, don't let them hoes take your place. Now her mom, this is where her mom comes in and tells her, don't let them hoes take your place. I mean, I get you needing your space right now, but don't stay away from that man too long. And her father basically agreed, like, look, I know this is tough and I know this is messed up, but that man loves you. Anybody around you know that he loves you. Okay, and so they have the whole conversation. It's like, Mom, I'm finding out the whole ratchet behind the church lady. She's like, whatever. So they have a really good time, and it ends with Kyra at the kitchen table talking to her parents about the whole De Niro and the baby debacle. Okay, so that's all for chapter 19. Okay, now let's get into chapter 20. Okay, chapter 20. So chapter 20 opens up with De Niro's commentation again. This is open up with him going to pick up Ivy for her sonogram appointment. This is now 2 weeks later. Okay, and Kyra has not came home. But De Niro mentions that he knows that she's with at Diamond's condo in Midtown or downtown Nashville, so that put him a little bit at ease. So he knows for a fact that she's in a safe place. And I think for him, knowing that we know that Nitro is still living and breathing and not behind bars, he means that, because if she was at her parents' house, that's not a safe place for her because Nitro can just pull up. I see where you feeling, right? How you feel, De Niro. So he's pulling up to pick up Ivy. He's like, you good, blah, blah, blah. And then Ivy tries to make some small talk. And she asks him about Kyra. And it's like, is she okay with us having a child together? Sounding concerned, bitch, whatever. She can care less, okay? So Kyra, he says, you know, she's doing good, working, being a good wifey. Lying. So they, you know, but he had to set her straight again. Said, look, Stop asking me about personal life. That's all. I'm only here for this child. Period. Point blank. She was like, okay, I was just trying to make some small talk. Bull. Okay? She was trying to make it in as his main woman. That's what he was trying to do. That's what she was trying to do. But you gonna see. You gonna see. So, they, Kyra calls and calls De Niro. He said, hey, where you at? And he questioned if he should tell her the truth of where he is. Right? But at this point, he has Ivy in the car. But he fesses up and he's honest with her and says, I'm going with Ivy to her sonogram appointment. And it's like, oh, she's like, well, don't worry about it. I'll get Denise to help me. He said, no, what's up? He's like, no, don't worry. Just take your baby mama to the doctor, okay? She's like, oh, okay. He's like, no. She's like, and then she just hung up. Okay? He knows that he's going to have to hear about that later. So it's like, So, they get to the doctor's office. He's being as detached as he could be at this doctor's appointment with the sonogram appointment. And it was like, the nurse is like, are y'all excited to find out the baby's sex? And of course, I'd be like, I am. This is my first baby and blah, blah, blah. She goes through that whole thing like, De Niro's not saying anything. He's sitting by the bed that she's getting and he watches the nurse, whatever. And they find out that she's having a boy. And he smiles and he grabs Ivy's hand. It's like, I don't know why I did that. It was just a natural reaction of knowing that he has a child and he sees the sonogram. This takes Ivy by surprise. Okay, because it's like, wait a minute, you just said that this ain't personal. Or she's like, oh, I got you now. I got you now. You know what I'm saying? So, they wrap up, they get copies of the sonogram picture. She's so excited. She's taking pictures and posting stuff on. She's the thumbs, you know what I'm saying? Of course, after she cleaned up and everything. And De Niro was like, come on, let's get out of here. And so that ends that. He's like, I don't know what came over me. It's just something about knowing that I have a son that is growing. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, okay. So, so we come back and that ends with them leaving the doctor's office or whatever, okay? She's posting the pictures, taking pictures and posting. And that De Niro, child, you're such a guy. You didn't think that she was doing anything with that, never even considered it. Anyway, so we're going to get to that part. So we go back to Kyra's commentary. And she's at her shop and she's asking Denise to move that to the left. I don't want it there. Put it over here. It was something she was asking. She needed extra help with it. I guess she was going to ask De Niro, but she decided to ask Denise because she got offended that he was actually being an attentive father. Anyway, so she goes, and so Denise like, you don't have to put me on the payroll. She said, the hell I do. All the time I done put in with you and your business, you owe me this, okay? She doesn't say those exact words, but that's basically what she said. And so Kyra decides to call De Niro to see if he picked up Danelle. And No. This is not it. Oh no! So she goes to the cash register to get something or whatever, and to check her phone, and she happens to see this post on De Niro's page of a sonogram, and it's like our junior, and it's the whole thing. It's just like, oh hell no, the Kyra is she stay offended. She stay offended. It's almost like she's, what I'm saying? She stay offended, but I can tell, she has these little things. But anyway, moving on. I know he did, and Denise is like, what did he say? And she showed her the post. It's like, and she was not Kyra, Denise was like, wait a minute. De Niro didn't post that ish, that bish. I reposted that, and she tagged De Niro on it, so that's why it's showing up on your page. So Kyra decides to call. Oh, so when were you going? So mother loving nation. You know what I'm saying? Mother loving nation. Okay. I see that you got a new child on the way, and it's a boy. He was like, what are you talking about? And said, I can see you posted it, proud dad. She's going off on him, and she's on speaker. She's on the Bluetooth in the car. And she's like, what are you talking about? I never thought you was the type of dude to be having all your business out there and blah, blah, blah. It's like, she's like, what are you talking about? Telling you guys, y'all simple. Not something to brag about. But you didn't think that she was posting and putting something, you know what I'm saying? He's like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's all over Facebook. This. And your girl's the one who tagged you in. It's like, what? He said, you post those pictures, you tag me? Well, it is our baby. You was all smiling and holding my hand. Ooh, Ivy is messy. She's coming for the number one spot. She's coming for the number one spot. Let me tell you, she's coming for Kyra's spot. For real. And Kyra gets to hear it. And she hears this whole thing where Ivy's telling her how happy he was and holding her hands. And it's our baby and the whole thing. And she's like on site. Kyra responds and said, be on site. Pregnant or not, I'm coming for you. Okay? Pull up on me. Don't worry about it. I'm going to pull up on you. Don't let on sight. Okay? I don't care what is wrong with you. I'm going to mollywop your ass. I'm going to walk your dogs and you too. Okay? Child. So, De Niro's like, come on, y'all. Not now. We could talk about this later. Okay? We could talk about this later. So, after she gets off the phone with De Niro and acting a whole out of character, Denise is like, girl, you gonna beat up a pregnant woman? Girl, you need to calm down. Okay? I don't know what's going on with you and my brother, but y'all, you Lord. So after that whole scene goes on, then Diamond walks in and he's like, hey, what's up, girl? Like, none of that happened. What's up, girl? She said, what's up, girl? What's up, boo? And she kissed her on the cheek and she's like, well, you get anything? So I said, look, my people still need to dig a little deeper. They found the address that you were at. They found out the information. They found out it belonged to Gabrielle Sanchez. And they found out that her son, she had a son, which is Nathaniel Jordan. Guess who Nathaniel Jordan is? Nitro. And she said, what? And record scratch, that's Nitro. Because that was his mother all along. Now I know. So she's feeling really good because she got a lead on where her son might, or at least something. Okay. Diamond said, this is all we got so far, but I'm gonna have my guys dive a little bit deeper. And Kyra was extremely thankful. She thanked her, and Diamond left the building, and that was the end of her commentary. Then Nitro have a small commentary where basically he's leaving Atlanta to go back to Nashville. He got some unfinished business that he has to take care of. And I don't know what that unfinished business is. This is taking me, I don't know what is he going to do? Try to take take De Niro out? I mean, because so far the Savage is clearly Nitro. Is he trying to take De Niro out? What's going on? But he's going back to Atlanta. And he says at the end of his commentary, he said he knew there was a possibility, there was a chance that he was not going to come back from Atlanta. So he left the baby with his mother. And then comes in Gabby, Nitro's mom commentary. And she's like, he must be crazy if he thinks he's going to have me locked up, because he was telling her, don't leave this apartment. Hey, bitch, please, whatever, next. If you think that I'm just going to be locked up in here in this house until you get back, not. So first thing she did, she called her brother. And her brother was like, hey, hola. Not hey, he was hola. He was like, yeah, Alejandro, how you doing? I was like, it could be better. He said, did I get any calls? Yeah, by chance you did get this call from this young lady. She said she'll keep her phone on so to get assured that she'll get the call. She's like, She turns to the baby and she says, hey, we gonna get you back to your mama. Nitro left her, so guess what's gonna happen? I guess Gabby's going to get her a rental and drive and take her baby to the mama. Oh, by the way, Nitro mentions in his commentary that he got a DNA test and found out the baby is not his, but he gotten attached to the boy. So he wasn't trying to give that baby back. He's going to probably terrorize Kyra and kill De Niro, probably. Anyway. So she speaks to the brother, and he's like, okay, thank you for letting me know that. And she heads to the grocery store, or probably a corner store. Now, if they're in Atlanta, we don't have a lot of corner stores, so she went to probably the closest store or gas station to get her a beer, and she took the baby with her. And that was the end of her commentary. Then we get back to Kyra. Now she is counting the money. She's counting all the money she made. She's in the office counting money. Count money. Count money. Okay. And Denise sticks her head in and says, hey, you almost done? Can we go and get drinks now? She's like, yeah, give me a minute and we can be out. So they go out to, I believe, Medusa's lounge in Nashville, and Denise is like, can we get some Hennessy? She said, no, hell no. This is a weekday, and I need to get up and come back to the shop to make sure it's running. You know, I got stuff to do. I can't be out here drinking Hennessy. And plus, if I drink the Hennessy, it's gonna make me drive to your brother's and kick his ass, because he done pissed me off again. By the way, since I'm talking about your brother, let me call him and see if he picked up the nail. You know what I'm saying? And she calls him. She makes her way to the bathroom to probably a quieter spot. And guess who answers her phone? Ivy. The one that's coming from her number one spot. She's like, bitch, why are you answering my man's phone? Oh, he stopped by Wingstop and to get some wings. That wasn't what she said, but it was like a wing spot. You know, these cravings. Oh, she's taunting her. Oh, the women in this book that be taunting her about being pregnant, I tell you. Okay, she's taunting, oh, the cravings is this and that. She's like, where's my baby? Oh, she's in the back sleeping. Okay. And she's like, I wonder if my boy is going to be as beautiful as his sister, gonna look like his sister. She's beautiful, you know. And she was like, ooh, she said, I on site. On site, bitch. Okay, and she hangs up the phone. She walks back out to the ladies and grabs the Hennessy. So apparently they got Hennessy. She wasn't gonna drink no Hennessy, but tonight after that, she took that, poured some Hennessy in the glass and guzzled. And Denise and Diamond look at her like, I guess that call didn't go well. And she's like, why that big Diamond answer De Niro's phone? Just like that, because it said she was clapping as she was doing. You know how her sisters do. How that man gonna have that bitch answering her phone, his phone? Now, he did not have, he just left the phone like a ding-a-ling in his car. And she saw that it was you, and she answered the phone. Okay? The brother probably just went in there to get the order that they had already ordered online. You know, I mean, he's got to take care of the baby mom because she has potentially his child. He's just not that dude. And I feel okay, we're gonna get to that, to the question section. So after doing that, she tells them that she takes another. All right. So she done drunk all the Hennessy, and she's out here, and that's pretty much the end of that chapter. And she's probably gonna wake up with a hangover. Now for the questions, child. Okay, first of all, Kyra, it's not even a question. If you was a real person, I'd be like, sister girl, if you don't get your ass back with your man, because you know you ain't leaving him, and you know you love him, and you know this whole situation is effed up, but get the hell out your feelings and get back to your man, because he loves you. Okay? He ain't out, he's being reckless, but he ain't doing it because he doesn't love you. Now, there's some things I would say you need to leave this ender alone. But this one, honestly, I love the fact that how the author, Kiana Hope, kind of gives both sides of it, because he really does love her. He's just been making some stupid ass decisions. You know what I'm saying? And Kyra is clearly way emotional. She's way too emotional. She needs to gather herself. Okay, and what made her, oh my goodness, she just seems like she has low self-esteem. Whatever it is, she doesn't have low self-esteem because she will stand up for herself. But there's parts that it's like, why though? You know, why though? Anyway, so will Gabby, what is Nitro coming? So the questions is Nitro coming back to Atlanta to take out the beef? Or is he going to snatch up Kyra? I mean, I'm just saying. What is Nitro going to walk into? Are we going to find out that Ivy's child is really Nitro's? Because you know they were messing around, right? And she's playing it to the hilt because she wants De Niro. Is Ivy's real intentions about to be told? Is the baby really Nitro's? I'm just saying, I called that baby that Kyra was pregnant with is probably De Niro's because she was forgetting about Memphis. But let's not forget that Ivy was also sleeping with Nitro. Is she really pregnant with his baby? Did she call him and tell him that she was pregnant? Is he going back? Is Nigel going back to? Well, he said he might not make it back because he knows that he must about to go and mess with Kyra. And Denise if Gennaro get any upper hand, then he's out of here. Or he could be caught because there was an Amber Alert for kidnapping the baby. Anyway, child, this is crazy. Kyra, go back home. Gennaro, keep your penis in your pants unless you are having the quarters with Kyra. That's all I have for you. And I will see you next time for the bedtime story. Bye.